What's going on, guys? Kaz Cray back with another NCAA video. I know it's been a while since I dropped one of these, but this time Baltimore State's going to be taking on Louisiana Tech. But before I get into the gameplay, I just want to show you guys the halfway point stats for the team. As you see, Lewis Gibson's thrown 9 touchdown passes, only 3 interceptions so far this year. And Franklin Jones, in his limited action, he has 1 touchdown pass, 9 for 15, so his percentage is looking pretty good as well. Both men over 60%. Now we go to the running game, and Jordan Burrell has 500 yards, 510 to be exact, and 7 touchdowns through 6 games. Now, Jacob Span only has 30 carries on the season. I am trying to get him more carries, but with him returning kickoffs and punts, it's kind of hard. But he's averaging about 8 yards per carry, so I'll definitely try to get him in as much as I can. Now we look at the defense. And a lot of these guys are pretty even. Colwyn leads the team in tackles. Isaiah Kegler right behind him. And Lakeem Foster with 5 sacks to lead the team. Nordley Ford has 3 interceptions to lead the team as well. So hopefully we can keep up the good work. We're 5-1 right now. And no team starting their first year in the FBS should ever be 5-1. But look where we are now. We beat Maryland, Cal, Vanderbilt. A lot of teams in big name conferences. But now let's concentrate on Louisiana Tech. Another Conference USA game. We're 1-1 in Conference USA. So here we go. Carlos Henderson on the return for the Bulldogs. And he's going to get out to the 30-yard line. A pretty solid return. So here's a 2nd and 10 for Louisiana Tech. Higgins under pressure, and he's going to be sacked. That's Lakeem Foster with his 6th sack of the season. So now that brings up a 3rd and 17 for the Bulldogs. Higgins back to pass. There's plenty of time. Throws right side and he finds Trent Taylor. But I'm not sure if Taylor got a foot in when he caught it. Looks like it's going to be reviewed. This is going to be a booth review. And actually, Taylor did get his right foot in as he made the catch. So this should stand is called. And sure enough, it does. So Louisiana Tech gets the first down after all. We'll start at the 40-yard line. Here's Higgins. He's going to go right side. There's Woodall. Woodall dodges 2 defenders, and he's tackled down at the 35-yard line. So Louisiana Tech deep in Baltimore State territory as Henderson makes this catch over the middle for a first down. Took a big shot, but able to hold on to the football. So 2 plays later, 3rd and 6. Here's Higgins. Going to go right side, finds Smith, and Smith is going to be well short of the first down. Good hit by Taquan Clay. And the Bulldogs kick a field goal, so 3-0 as Baltimore State takes over. Here's Jordan Burrell. Burrell dodges a defender, and he gets a pretty big gain. 19 yards on the play. Burrell doesn't usually start off with big carries like this. But a 19-yarder on that one. So 1st and 10, Gibson on the play fake. He's going to dump it off to Shelton Bentley, the tight end. And Bentley gets 11 yards and a first down. Baltimore State starting off pretty good on this drive. Here's the 2nd and 13. Gibson on the play action again, and Johnson can't hold on to it. So that incompletion brings up a 3rd and 13. Here's Gibson. Throws over the middle, and it's nearly intercepted. It's a poor decision by Gibson, and the Stallions will have to punt it. So here's the 2nd and 3 for the Bulldogs next drive. Here's Higgins. Higgins showing off the feet, and he gets a big first down across the midfield. So 2 plays later, a 3rd and 5. Here's the blitz, and Cole Wynn hits Higgins as he throws it. So an incomplete pass, and the Stallions will get the ball right back. Here's the 2nd and 5 next drive. Here's Burrell. Burrell able to fight forward for 6 yards, just enough for a first down. And 1st and 10 for the Stallions now. Here's Gibson, and he finds Aldrin Johnson for a 13-yard gain in the first down. That's Johnson's first catch of the game. So a new set of downs for the Stallions. Here's 2nd and 2. Gibson goes right side. He's going to find Jadarius Duncan, and Duncan gets to the 40-yard line of Louisiana Tech. Another first down. Here's 3rd and 5. Gibson under pressure, and he's sacked. Louisiana Tech brought the pressure, and Jordan Bradford able to get there. And that's going to bring an end to the first quarter. Louisiana Tech with a 3-0 advantage over the Stallions. Very good defensive play from both teams so far. We'll see if they can keep it up in the second quarter. There's a 3rd and 3 for the Bulldogs. Here's Higgins. He's going to throw to Jared Kraft underneath. And Kraft able to get out to the 45-yard line, a first down. And Here's Higgins on the option, and he's going to get crushed by Cole Wynn. Wynn snuffed it out from the start, a loss of 4 on the play. So now 3rd and 14 for the Bulldogs. Higgins under pressure has to throw it, and he might have hit the helmet of Lakeem Foster. And the Bulldogs will punt again. So 1st and 10 for the Stallions. Here's Gibson rolling right. Gibson going to run it, and he's tackled and he fumbles the ball, but it bounces out of bounds. Hit a Louisiana Tech defender, and it went out of bounds. So a lucky bounce for the Stallions. Gibson has to be more careful with the ball whenever he runs. And 2nd and 2, here's Burrell, gets a 4-yard gain in the 1st down. So here's 2nd and 10. Gibson goes right side. He finds Muasibi Conley. Conley barely gets the 1st down. And 2nd and 7, Gibson tries the option, and he's brought down after a loss of 2. Demarion King making a good play on the ball. Here's 3rd and 9. Gibson goes left side. He finds Johnson, and Johnson out to the 45-yard line. Big 1st down for the Stallions. So Gibson tries the option again. This time he has more luck with it. Pitches it to Burrell, and Burrell gets to about the 28-yard line. Another 1st down. The Stallions really moving the football now. Here's 2nd and 9. Gibson finds Duncan underneath, and Duncan gets to about the 15 now. So another set of downs for the Stallions. Gibson on the play fake finds Duncan, and Duncan's going to take this one in for a touchdown. 15-yard catch and run for him. And the Stallions are finally getting on the board in the 2nd quarter. Gibson hit as he threw, but able to throw a precise pass to Duncan, and Duncan takes it into the end zone. 7-3 Baltimore State. Here's Louisiana Tech with the ball. Higgins, plenty of time to throw, but he's actually sacked. Lakeem Foster got flipped over and still was able to make the sack. I mean, the O-lineman just gave up on the play after he flipped him. Very poor play by the offensive line of Louisiana Tech. And here's the 3rd and 14. Higgins going to throw to Kraft on the screen, and Isaiah Kegler snuffs it out. Loss of 3 on the play, and Louisiana Tech's going to punt it away now. And here's Jacob Spain, of course, the deadly kick returner for the Stallions. Going to take it right side, past the 40, gets to about the 32-yard line. A good return by Spain. So 1st and 10. Here's Gibson. Going to pitch it out to Spain. Spain's going to take this up the left side and gets to about the 18-yard line. But he's shaking up on the play. He's going to exit the ball game. And it looks like he just has a strained back. He's probably just going to miss the rest of the 2nd quarter, but should be back after halftime. So 2nd and 5. Here's Gibson underneath the Blackman, and Blackman able to take the in route for 6 yards and a 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal for the Stallions. Tracy in motion. Here's Gibson rolling out right. He's going to throw it to Duncan, and Duncan can't hold on to it. Hit hard as he tried to make the catch. Incomplete. So that's going to break up a 3rd and goal from the 6-yard line. Gibson going to give it to Duncan, and Louisiana Tech is not fooled at all. Demarion King blows up the end around, and the Stallions will be forced to kick a field goal. So 10-3 Baltimore State now as Louisiana Tech takes over, and Henderson's going to make the catch, but he fumbles it, and Nordley Ford picks it up for the Stallions. He's going to get out to about the 34-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. Lawrence Albert with a huge hit on Carlos Henderson to pop the ball free, and then Ford's able to recover it. So the Stallions have great field position now with just under a minute to go. Here's the 3rd and 9. Here's the fake. Gibson going to step up in the pocket, throws, incomplete. No flag for illegal forward pass. Looked like he crossed the line, but he didn't. So now 4th and 9, Stallions going to go for it as Gibson throws to Conley, and Conley drops it. Very ill-timed drop. I mean, just went off Conley's hands. Would have had the 1st down, but just could not hold on to it. So Louisiana Tech going to try a Hail Mary now with 5 seconds to go. Higgins throws deep, and he's intercepted by Daquan Clay, and that's going to end the 1st half. Baltimore State leading this one 10-3, a much better quarter from the Baltimore State offense as they were able to move the ball more effectively. So in the 1st half, both defenses played very well. Baltimore State's offense actually started to get going in the 2nd quarter, but they failed a 4th down conversion late in the 2nd quarter. So hopefully it doesn't derail their progress on offense in this game. And Louisiana Tech, they've been able to move the ball as well, but they've made a few mistakes themselves. And we'll see if these offenses can get going in the second half. As Baltimore State's going to start with the ball. Here's a 3rd and 3. Gibson going to go left side. He finds Duncan, and Duncan gets tackled at about the 43-yard line. So nice first down to start the first drive of the game. Gibson on the option, and he's blown up in the backfield. That's a 5-yard loss. Taylor Ferguson on the tackle. So now 3rd and 15 for the Stallions. Gibson by himself in the shotgun. He drops back. Plenty of time to throw, rolls out, and he's going to try to run this one, but he fumbles it. Edison able to pick it up for the Stallions, so they will be able to punt it. And it'll be a first down for the Bulldogs. Here's Kraft on the carry. Kraft takes it up the middle, goes right side. Albert able to slow him down, and he's brought down from behind. A 14-yard carry and a first down. So 2 plays later, here's Higgins. Going to go over the middle to Woodall. Collier loses him. And a lot of dolphin diving going on for the Stallions. And Patrick Suttle brings him down from behind. May have been stopped at the 1-yard line, but there's going to be a clipping call on the play. Carlos Henderson pushed Taquan Clay down to the ground as he tried to make a tackle.
Second down.
And you're going to see here, if Clay doesn't get pushed, he may have made the tackle, to be honest with you. So here's the 3rd and 9 for Louisiana Tech. Here's Higgins, finds Boston Scott. And Scott brought down the 45-yard line, so a first down for Louisiana Tech. Here's Higgins on the play fake from 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down by Russell Sands. Under immense pressure, Higgins just couldn't get it off. So 2 plays later at 3rd and 17. Here's Kraft on the screenplay. He might bust this one big. Gets to the 30, the 20, and he's pushed out at about the 17 or 16-yard line. Big first down for Louisiana Tech. Here's Kraft on the option play. Kraft takes it right up the middle to about the 4-yard line. 11-yard carry and a first down. So here's 2nd and goal. Higgins going to hand it off to Scott up the middle, and Scott breaks a tackle and a touchdown for Boston Scott. Just ran over Lawrence Albert on the play. Man, it's a tie ball game at 10 with 3:07 left in the 3rd quarter. Here's Gibson on 3rd and 8. Going to find Blackman, and Blackman to the 46-yard line, and another first down for Baltimore State. 1st and 10. Here's the carry for Burrell. Burrell takes it left side. Burrell's going to back juke and gets to about the 29-yard line. And a first down. Here's Berry in motion. Gibson on the play fake. Rolls out right. And he looks like he's going to run. No, he's going to throw it to Jaleel Berry. Backup tight end with a 12-yard reception on the first down. Here's 2nd and 6 for the Stallions. Gibson on the fake option. Going to go deep to Johnson, and Johnson makes the grab for the touchdown in the corner of the end zone. Perfect pass from Gibson. And the Stallions are going to take a 17-10 lead. So here's 3rd and 7 for Louisiana Tech, and Higgins is going to find Alfred Smith. Keeps his foot in bounds for a first down. So 1st and 10. Here's Higgins. Under a little bit of pressure, throws it, and he finds Trent Taylor for a first down. So 2nd and 7 now. Higgins going to try to run this, and he's brought down from behind by Lakeem Foster. And Foster with 3 sacks in this game. So now 3rd and 11, a screen play. Here's Scott on the catch. Wentworth slows him down, and Foster brings him down from behind. A loss of 5 on the play. Louisiana Tech tries a field goal, but he misses it wide right. Probably didn't have the distance on it anyways. So this remains a 17-10 game. So last play of the 3rd quarter. Here's Gibson on the pitch to Burrell. Burrell breaks a tackle, and Burrell's going to take this one out to the 41-yard line to end the quarter, a 19-yard carry. So 17-10 heading into the 4th quarter. It's been a very smash-mouth football game, very low scoring, very tough for both offenses. Louisiana Tech trying to put this game away. Here's Burrell on the carry again, and he looks like he's going to get big yards again. Back juke, and he gets another 19-yard carry on the play. Another first down. Here's Spain. Spain going to try his hand now, and he's going to get to the 5-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. A 15-yard gain for him. So 1st and goal from the 5. Here's a handoff to Spain. Spain gets about 1 on the carry. So it's 3rd and goal now. Gibson under pressure throws, and Johnson wasn't even looking at the ball. Broken up by Prince Sam on the play. So Baltimore State will try a field goal now. And Philip Hayden shanks this one. no good. A chip shot field goal missed for the Stallions. So now Louisiana Tech looking to tie this game up. Trent Taylor with a big gain over the middle for a first down. Here's 3rd and inches for Louisiana Tech. Here's Higgins on the option, going to pitch it out to Kraft. Kraft with a big gain, gets to about the 35-yard line, a 7-yard gain on the play, and a first down. So Scott checks into the game. He's going to take it up the middle, breaks a tackle, and Russell Sands makes a touchdown-saving tackle at the 11-yard line. So a big first down. Louisiana Tech trying to tie this game up. 2nd and 12. Higgins going to throw to Taylor. Taylor able to fight forward for 9 yards on the play. And a 3rd and 3. There's Higgins. Left side to McKnight, and Penn nearly comes up with an interception. Went off his helmet, just couldn't get his hands up in time. But a big stop for Baltimore State. Here's a 4th and 3. Higgins goes right side. Here's Woodall, and Woodall pushed out the 1-yard line. And Louisiana Tech now within striking distance of the end zone. Here's a handoff to Kraft, and Higgins gets in Kraft's way. Had Higgins not been there, Kraft probably would have had a touchdown, but he slowed down after a false start penalty. 2nd and goal from the 6, and an incomplete pass from Higgins. Trying to find McKnight in the flat, but just couldn't get to him. Now 3rd and goal. Here's a screen pass. Kraft on the reception, and Albert able to bring him down for a 1-yard loss on the play. So that brings up a 4th and goal from the 7-yard line. Here's Higgins. Throws it to Kraft, and Kraft is stood up by Isaiah Kegler at the 3-yard line. Turnover on downs. Baltimore State ball. So 3rd and 8 from the 5 now. Here's Gibson. Throws to Blackman underneath. And Blackman gets to about the 22-yard line. Louisiana Tech forced to call a timeout. Not a whole lot of time left in this game. Here's the carry for Burrell on 1st and 10. Burrell gets 9 yards in the carry. Louisiana Tech calls another timeout. So now 2nd and 1. Gibson pitches it to Burrell. Burrell tries to get to the first down marker, but gets back to the line of scrimmage. Another timeout. And 3rd and 1 to probably put the game out of reach. Here's Gibson, but he's stood up. And he fumbles it again. Picked up by Louisiana Tech, but he was definitely on the ground before he fumbled it right there. I don't know. These refs are just probably trying to get Louisiana Tech back into this game, but he was clearly down by contact. But a risky play nonetheless. They're going to review it. As of right now, it's Louisiana Tech ball, but it looks like Gibson was down by contact. So they probably will reverse this call, but this is a huge call at this stage of the game. Under 2 minutes to go.
The ruling on the field is reversed.
And the ruling is reversed on the call, so Baltimore State will have a chance to punt it now. Another lucky break for the Stallions. So a minute 25 to go for Louisiana Tech. Here's Higgins on 1st down. Goes right side. Able to find Taylor. Taylor out at the 43-yard line. But tackled in bounds, technically, so clock keeps running. Here's Higgins under pressure, and he's sacked. Kevin Hodges on the sack for a 7-yard loss. And Louisiana Tech has to spike the ball with no timeouts to go. 3rd and 17. Higgins going to go to Taylor underneath. Taylor runs over Kegler. Gets tackled at the 49-yard line. A 13-yard gain, but just short of the first down marker. Now a big 4th down for Louisiana Tech. Here's Higgins looking for Kraft, but underthrows him. Kraft couldn't get back to the ball, and it's going to be a turnover on downs. And Baltimore State's going to hold on to win this nail-biter 17-10. Lakeem Foster, the player of the game, with 3 sacks and 4 tackles for a loss. Baltimore State has been playing in a lot of high-scoring games so far this season. But this one, a lower-scoring game, 17-10, 27 combined points. Usually Baltimore State's the team scoring over 27, but this time Louisiana Tech's defense, you got to give them credit. They weren't able to stop the run very well, but they got stops when they needed them the most. Baltimore State, of course, missed a field goal that probably would have put the game out of reach, but they're able to overcome that, and now they are bowl eligible at 6-1. Lewis Gibson had a pretty solid game. Jordan Burrell over 100 yards. It's been a while since he did something like that. And Justin Blackman with 5 catches. Jadarius Duncan, 4 catches for 55 yards and a touchdown. So the receivers are really stepping up with the absence of Javier Harewood. Definitely been playing pretty well, making catches when they need to. Johnson did have 2 drops on the game, but no matter. And of course, Lakeem Foster with 3 sacks in the game, bringing his total from 5 to 8. And Phil Hayden, of course, missed that chip shot field goal. I mean, if he's going to keep missing field goals like that, I don't know if he's going to be the kicker going into next year. I'm definitely going to look for one. Ryan Higgins threw the ball 44 times, completed 31 of his passes. And they didn't run the ball very often, but when they did, they were pretty successful. And of course, Jared Kraft was the main contributor on the team. 12 catches for 82 yards. He had more receptions than he did carries, to be honest with you. So that's kind of weird, but I guess that's how Louisiana Tech wants to run their offense. But overall, they played well defensively. They did miss a field goal themselves, but it was a very good game. This is probably the best game I've played all season, at least when it comes to defense. We didn't turn the ball over this week, so that's always a plus. But we were very conservative with the offense, and we didn't have any penalties against us either. We controlled the ball most of the game, and we got the victory. So now we're going to check out some recruiting. I'm just going to show you guys some stills. Here's Josh Seymour, the running back out of Fairfax, Virginia. We're trying to recruit him. We're going to need it back in the future just because Spain and Burrell aren't going to be there forever. We're also looking at Jacob Butler. Butler from Timonium, Maryland. He's the number 4 quarterback prospect in the nation, and we're 4th behind Pitt, Navy, and Penn State. We're also looking at Ricky Jones, the center. He's from Carbondale, Pennsylvania. We're just slightly ahead of UConn for him. We could definitely use a new center, so our offensive line's not that great. We're also looking at Andy Lewis at quarterback from Rodney Village, Delaware. And Lewis probably fits the offense a lot better than Franklin Jones would. I'm not saying he'd start over Jones, but he's a scrambler similar to Lewis Gibson, so I would like to get him on my team as well. Now, looking at the team news, we're in a recruiting battle with Clemson for Josh Seymour. Jacob Butler's locked us out, so is Mark Ewing, the defensive tackle we're looking at. And we actually had a commitment from David Francis, a cornerback. He probably is not going to get much playing time right away, and I probably will redshirt him. We still have Nordley Ford and Taquan Clay for 2 more years. They'll be juniors next year, so I don't imagine him getting too much playing time. But he's not the fastest guy in the world, but he has solid acceleration. His man coverage skills are pretty good. His zone coverage is all right, but he has to get better in press, so I'll probably just let him develop. We're also going to look at Bobby Williams, the guard that signed with us earlier. Williams, of course, our first ever commit, and he's a solid pass blocker, so he can definitely work his way into the lineup as a guard or maybe even a tackle. But anyways, we're going to check out the top 25 now. Stanford has hopped over Alabama and Ohio State after beating UCLA this past week. And UCLA was number 5 before, but after the loss, they bumped down 3 spots. Louisville also lost to Georgia Tech 31-24. Clemson lost to Florida State. Auburn lost to Texas A&M, who's now ranked. Notre Dame lost to USC. So a lot of top 25 battles this week. And we're going to see who dropped out. Iowa, Texas, and LSU all dropped out of the top 25. Now here's the Heisman voting. A lot of changes in Heisman. Nick Chubb moves up. McCall from Ohio State moves up. Damian Harris is here now. And so is Royce Freeman. And we're going to look at the BCS standings. If the season were to end today, Stanford would play Alabama for the BCS National Championship. Remember, in NCAA 14, there is no playoff, so only the top 2 teams are going to be playing for the National Championship, unfortunately. Air Force is 20th right now. They're 7-0 still. That's surprising. But our next game is going to be against Florida International. This is a game that I think we can definitely win. Even Kirk Herbstreit believes in us this week. They're a tough team. They did lose to Louisville earlier this year, but you can never sleep on Florida International. They're 4-2 in the season. We'll see how it goes. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys want to post recruits, just keep on posting them in the comments. I'll lock them in. And if you guys have any questions about anything, just leave them in the comments as well. Let me know how you feel about this past game. And leave me a like, hit the sub button, and I'm out of here, guys. Deuces.